So this is a battle on Halouf from the North Spawn. I'm in the T-50-2, a Tier 6 Russian light tank. And the strengths of this vehicle are its speed. It goes 65 kilometers per hour, and its view range, even though it has 370 base view range, which is high for Tier 6. With my cruise skills and coded optics, it's up to, if you count the grids here, it's up to about 450 meters view range, which is super high at Tier 6. So vision and speed are what this tank is about. And so if we do a little bit of a map briefing here, what is this? What's the plan on El Halouf? And so there's kind of like the standard play, and then some variations on the standard play. So normally in this map, when the battle starts, you have tank destroyers that will come up here and they'll sit right in these little windows or notches here. And from here, light tanks will come down and go into this mound area in the middle and hide behind bushes and buildings and try to light enemy tank destroyers sitting behind the bushes here, 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 and here, and sometimes here. Sometimes there'll be a heavy tank crossing here that'll stop to look if things are lit. And people have gotten pretty savvy to this play over the years, and so now they don't just sit in the bushes like they used to and get lit and get shot at. They typically hide like behind the rocks, and then they'll poke out if something gets lit and go back. This is what I do if I'm over there. So I don't really like this play. I find it boring. You sit here a lot. A stronger play is, if you're at a medium tank or like a fast medium, is to go all the way back here and hide in this corner and shoot at their light tanks. And if those light tanks try to come out and get you, well, your tank destroyers are right here, and they shoot at them and take them out. So I don't usually go here till later in the game, but this is the standard play. So then there's two variations on this, which is over here, you can come straight down here, and there's a very sharp-faced rock here that's already safe, and you can get into these bushes here. And once you're in these bushes, you can, like, say you have a light tank on this side of the map, and you want to get more map coverage or vision coverage, you can hide in these bushes. Especially if it's a encounter mode where the base is actually here, you can get into these bushes and try to get vision on anybody coming up to the base. The second variation is up here, and this is a lot of these days, a lot of times this is where I'm going in the beginning of this map. And you can either come up here, there used to be a bush here, it's not here anymore, but you can kind of poke up and back and forth and try to light tanks along this road, similar to what you would do in the middle, but it's less risky. And try to get your tank destroyers to soften these guys up. And I like to come back here. There's a couple of bushes right here, and from here you can hide and you can see this entire road and try to light them. The plan would be, if you come down, looking at the mini-map here, if you were to be in this mound to be successful in lighting their tank destroyers, and your tank destroyers destroyed them and their medium tanks up here, then you would come down this road here and up here, which is this road right here. You come up here, and you start approaching their base. And from here, artillery usually hides in the back here. You can climb this hill and kill artillery, or push onto their base, and eventually get to a point where you're actually behind them as they're fighting their way over in this corner. And so this corner is about heavy tanks coming. Let's go back to that corner. Hold on. So this corner over here is where heavy tanks and medium tanks come along this road. And if you look, there's a little bit of a berm here where you can cross and not get shot at even if you get lit. And then they come across this road here, and they come up to this area here. And if you look, you see these walls and different cover here. Medium tanks like to come here because it's safe from artillery. The exact same situation on the other side. They like to sit here because it's safe from artillery. So if you're out in the open anywhere on one of these maps, artillery is going to basically wear you down. And the goal is to try to do damage without getting worn down by artillery. So the plan on this map is here with a variation here, or a variation up here with the eventual goal of trying to get up this road and approach their base. So let's see how that plays out. This is a bit of a crazy game and a little bit of a heart pounder. So a lot of things going on that I want to kind of point out. So in a higher tier game, I would go in the back. But in a low tier game where people have less view range, I can kind of go straight into position. And I'm heading into position and I'm looking for their light tanks. They have a Crusader and a Super Chaffee. And Super Chaffee does an aggressive play right away trying to get under here, this is a variation from the opposite side of this aggressive play, which is getting in over here. From this side, they can try to get into this notch over here. It's a little risky to do it right away in the beginning of the game, but so I'm looking and I'm waiting for him to show up, see if I can get a shot at him. But I don't have the gun depression, so I decide to pull back. Go into third-person view here. So he takes out my Skoda. Now, one thing I'm laughing about is this Super Chaffee's just sitting here. In a higher tier game, he'd get lit immediately and lose half his health. So you really don't want to be doing that, but, he's getting away with it. And I'm trying to stay unlit. So here's the first of this. There's an FV-3405 played by someone in the Thugs clan. The Thugs clan is a pretty good clan. My XVM isn't working right now, so I can't see the stats on this player. But he winds up like just shooting at us the whole game. So now I'm thinking maybe I can get around the top and get a straight shot on him. Just kind of poke over the ridge and get a straight shot on him. On this Super Chaffee from behind these bushes. But he disappears. And now I don't have an angle on him, but my Super Chaffee takes him out. So now decision time. Do I go back to the plan? I'm looking for that Crusader, and at this moment in time, I didn't realize this Crusader was dark and sitting over here. And I really want to go find him, so I just immediately just go on hunting, like I just bomb down this hill looking for him. And as I'm looking at the mini-map, I crash into a rock, which I do a lot. So now I'm proceeding along this bush line, and I see, I spotted something. So I'm looking around to see, what did I spot, and is it going to spot me? And I see it's that thing over there, so I keep going. And this is kind of an atypical game where I'm really like sitting here and thinking about where's that light tank and how do I find him and kill him. And I was thinking he was in the bushes at the time. I was thinking he was out here somewhere. And now I'm going to sit here and look around to see if I can spot anything. And I realized that I'm going to do something that I don't normally do, which is I'm going to come straight out and cross the field. Because I don't see any tank destroyers sitting along. I don't see any tank destroyers here, 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 or here that have lit me. So I'm just going to cross the field. And I'm going to see if I can't figure out maybe if I can get some shots on these guys from the back. So the second I get into position, I see that I spotted a Type 58. So I back up, and he doesn't notice me right away. And I'm looking for this Crusader, and I don't understand why he's not shooting at me. I just don't. So I keep thinking he's hiding from me, he's going to pop around, but he doesn't. So I'm going to make my way over to here. And I immediately see this Achilles, and try to take cover here. He winds up getting 2 shots on me, and I'm thinking I can't sit here very long because this Crusader is going to see me and start shooting at me. And I'm looking for him, and I just, for the life of me, I don't understand what he's doing. So let's go find out. Let's go see what is he doing. Why is this Crusader not shooting at me? And the reason is because he's playing this light tank as if it's a medium tank. And that is really not what you want to be doing with this vehicle. This vehicle is for spotting enemies and getting assisted damage, not sitting there duking it out with your lackluster gun and trying to shoot at tier 6 heavies. Like, this doesn't make any sense, but at the time I didn't understand what he was doing, so I just figured I can't sit here very long, and I gotta get out of here. And then I see the IKB-65, take a shot at him, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. So I take cover over here, still thinking I'm gonna get shot in the back by the Crusader, and the IKB decides to chase me. While the FV-304, the thing about the FV-304 is the shell velocity is very slow. You can see the shells coming from a mile away and you can move. It's one of the few artilleries with such slow shell velocity that you can see them coming and move out of the way. Now I'm a little bit irritated that he tracked me, but so now the IKB and I are gonna, I guess, play Ring Around the Rosie or something. And I think at this point I'm just getting out of here. I'm going back to the original plan. The original plan is what? To get up this road. So I'm kind of surprised I don't get shot in the back by that Type 58. But back to the plan. So now I'm going to try to approach their base. It's 3-7. We're losing this game. If you look, we have 3 kills, they have 7. So I try to get a shot on that Type 58. I don't. He goes dark. And I know there's an SU-100 that's still not spotted. And so when I come up here, I stop and I'm looking around. I just don't want to drive right into an SU-100Y. I see the Achilles. I get lit. He probably sees that I get lit. I don't know. He just drives off. So now I'm going to go look and see if I can take a shot at artillery. This is Type 58. I don't have a shot on him. So there's the the FV-304. He misses. So now he's down. Now it's 7-7 all of a sudden. There's the SU-101. He takes a shot, goes right over my head. So I miss. I don't want to sit in front of him for too long. He can almost one-shot me. He can one-shot me. So I'm going to see if I can't find a better angle to go after him. So I think I switched to APCR because I need the shell velocity. So you see I switched to APCR here to get the shell velocity on him. The rounds are more accurate with APCR at long distances. So then he goes down. So now I've got the IKB and the SU-101, and I'm going to see if I can't light them up. Maybe proxy spot them by just getting close enough from behind rocks within 50 meters, so I'll automatically light them. And there's the Y. And so as I'm pulling up, I see their arty, and I'm thinking I can get maybe a shot at their arty in between the buildings. And here comes my super check. He just rams them and they both die. So the IKB-65 was going after my super chappie, and he's full health. And I'm going to try to get him down as far as I can before I get out of here. And I realize I can't escape. He bounces me. And I'm thinking, I can't get away. I have to kill him. I just have to go for it. So. And now the question is, where's the SU-100Y? I mean, couldn't have moved very far. So I decide I'm going to go around behind him, see if I can't approach him from the other side. Now it's 13-9, so we're winning this game solidly. Let's speed this up a little bit. So now he's turning his back to me. I'm able to get a lot of shots on him. Now, this is interesting. He's pointing right at me. I know he's got about a 3-second aim time. So he can't just snapshot me, not so easily. That round will just hit the dirt. So I take another shot at him, I back up. And I'm just taking advantage of his aim time at this point. So he shoots, he hits, he just misses. And that's the game. Let's look at the post-game stats. Bring them over here. So damage-wise, 1,800. I got 1,000 base experience, and there were some other things I wanted to talk about. I don't know how important they are. This is Frosty Free from Thugs. 15 shots fired and direct hits, 0. And their Crusader, Mr. Let's Play Like a Medium Tank, he got 635 damage, 17 shots. Assisted damage upon detecting, 127. He detected 1 tank and got 127 assisted damage. This is not how you play a light tank. On the other hand, I spotted 7 tanks and got 700 assisted damage, which is okay. This wasn't really a spotting game. I had to drive around and play assassin, but you know, you don't want to pretend that you're driving a medium tank that's fast, because you just don't have the gun or the armor. So that's that.